as it's 36-12 Parrish in the second half, in the second period, with 4 minutes and 43 seconds remaining.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. We're going to take a quick short break here with MSTV. Swings it over to Fry. Sam Fry going to work. Gives it back to Govlevsky, the big man. Jab stepping, looking to get inside. Spin move, step back. Doesn't go. Gonna be there to Chris Roberts. The Robert connection, Evan to Chris.
Great effort there by the Roberts brothers, by this whole Bulls team, just able to get that ball down there and score fast and quickly, precisely.
Falls grab, has it on the wing, gonna swing it over to Ogle. Ogle's gonna have that one go out of bounds, and another turnover on the Mustangs. And so that's been the story of the night for the Mustangs so far. This Bulls defense has been absolutely ferocious against them, and they've had no answers except for turnovers.
Yeah, I've been seeing, like I said earlier, this defensive scheme that the Bulls have been running have been engulfing.
Another one from Browner. And they're back the other way. Richmond gonna get his piece through. Cuts all the way, puts his shoulder on him, kicks it to McCartney, who goes for an air ball. Bogdan gonna get a good look at the rim, but pass says no, 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 Mutombo style. Back the other way, Chris Roberts looking, stops, pops, and drops the three into the basket.
Beauty there by Chris Roberts at the deep three. My goodness, he's on fire tonight.
Richmond back inside, gonna draw the foul. They're gonna call the foul number 2, Seth Browner. A little too much contact there as Richmond drove in.
Yeah, I feel like this is, let's hope that this is the Lakewood Ranchers momentum boost to finally get back into this thing. This is a key play here. If they can score anything as of right now, hopefully they can make this into a bigger play.
Build them a little bit of momentum, build them a little bit of something to get them going here. 41-12 as Govlevsky, he shoots that one, misses off the iron. Landon Shelton getting his chance in the game. And Browner at the top of the key. Drops down, gives it to Christian Drayton, who's gonna kick it over to Ashton Drayton, and he's gonna miss that one there. They're gonna get the rebound though. The Bulls are back out. Just sneaks a pass past Richmond, but he's gonna get the steal anyway. 2-on-1 situation. Richmond's gonna go on his chest. Gets the foul call, but does not finish the play. Foul called on number 13, Christian Drayton. Fun fact about Mr. Drayton, I actually played pickup with him at SCF. You know, he's pretty good. Seen him almost dunk on a kid in there. Ooh.
As Lakewood Ranch goes in for the free throws. This is once again key plays here for the Mustangs as he knocks the first one down. There's going to be a substitution here for the Mustangs as Silent Sanali comes in and Brandon Ogle come in for the Mustangs. And they knock down the second one.
Back up the court here. Browner going to be leading the charge. Directing traffic, swings it over to Drayton. He's going to swing it over to Christian Drayton. They're going to give it to Posh. Posh going under the basket, finishes anyway with the defense draped all on him. And Richmond's going to bring it back down. Getting some direction from his coach. Crosses the half court. As you can see, this Bulls defense is eased up. The Mustang still not able to have answers. They're going to kick it out to McNichols. He's going to find the top of the backboard. And that one's going to find the underside of the rim. And they're going to call a foul on the Bulls there on the scramble for the rebound. Foul called on Mr. Trishan Posh.
You know, I've been noticing for this Bulls team, whenever the Mustangs are able to get that corner shot wide open, the defenders for the Bulls don't try to run in there as fast as they can. They do a nice jog and they put their hand up, and they don't tire themselves out on defense, while the Mustangs are struggling to keep themselves rejuvenated, is the best word, to keep them steady. So when they finally get the ball back, they're tired and sluggish, while the Mustangs are while the Bulls are nice and refreshed.
Richmond knocks down the bucket there, bringing it to 16-43. Bulls going to bring it up by Browner. Browner is going to find Drayton. Drayton's going to give it over to Russell, his first time in the game. Ashton Drayton gives it over to Christian Drayton, who's going to swing it over to the corner to Shelton, who's going to miss that three there off the backside. All the way down the court is going to get knocked out of the hands of Fallsgraf, but rolls out of bounds. Bulls going to bring it in on the baseline.
This Bull team's once again clicking on all cylinders here.
They fire off. Drayton's going to go inside, kicks it back out behind. Miss, wide open rebound, not able to capitalize. Russell not able to bring that one in. Going to be Mustang ball coming back. Richmond at the top of the key, swings it over to Fallsgraf. Fallsgraf's going to drive the inside lane. Going to stop and get called for traveling.
It's going to be Bulls ball as Ashton Drayton throws it in. Gives it to Seth Browner, so they make their way up the court.
.50 and counting left in the game. And the Bulls are going to put it to the outside. Drayton not going to finish that one. A lot of contact there by Shelton. Gets robbed of the rebound. Back the other way, Richmond coming in on about 30 seconds and counting. He's going to attack the outside, fumbles the ball, misses. Going to get the foul on the other side. Sandley fouled by number 13, Christian Drayton.
They keep getting the fouls, but they can never get the points. They can never get the points right before. They keep drawing the fouls up. But if they can't score big points, I don't think they can come back from this deficit.
It's definitely going to take a big shovel to come back. Right now, this Mustang team has to worry about one bucket at a time, because if you look at the score, you may get dismayed thinking like, wow, we're down so much, but really, 2 strong defensive quarters and 2 strong quarters of offense can bring this game at least within 10. Sandley shoots and is going to miss that one. Rebound by the Bulls. They're getting swarmed by the Mustangs as we come in 20 seconds and closing. Some fresh faces out there on both sides. Holden, Russell, going to pass that one on the inside. Some hard bumping down low. Drayton's going to be attacked for it. Going to be called a foul on the Mustangs.
You know, they cannot beat the Mustangs. The Bulls have been. I was thinking it was going to be a free throw.
No free throw, no bonus right now. The Mustangs have played a clean game so far, decently clean. They're going to give that to Russell. He's going to bust it. And cuts under him, so it's going to be a foul. We have a player down on the court.
And that looks like Judah Enzo, who went over the top there. And he's been able to walk right off. That looks like that was one big tumble there. A great effort by this Bulls team coming into half.
Foul called on number 12, Colin Fallsgraf, as we head into halftime. No shots there, no bonus. So, I mean, just amazing first half for the Bulls. They've been absolutely insane as far as scoring, essentially getting whatever they want on the other side. And their defense, especially when they had their starting lineup in, was absolutely phenomenal in just getting stops and turnovers.
I noticed when they had their starters in, the Roberts brothers they would play the perimeter with Seth Browner on the outside, while Kendall Davis and Tristan Pash will play the inside of the paint. And as you saw, you could not allow either Tristan or Kendall to go one-on-one, as you saw, because they will outscore on you. or you can't leave the Robert brothers open because they will, once again, they're just scoring you. Then their defensive side as well, I've just noticed the star player on their defensive side has been, easily has been Tristan Posh, who's just been able to make sure that nothing has been able to develop. And their coverage has always been, if one player has the ball, they surround him with 3 other players in the zone. And then the moment I believe the Mustang player is just looking for anybody to pass it to. And when they finally get the pass off, I would say it's not a pretty pass, and that's how the Bulls to immediately get to that player and continue like their zone coverage. And it's just been that's been the key factors for this Bulls team to be dominating coming into the half.
Definitely so. Definitely so. Great thoughts, Renan. We appreciate them, and that's very insightful about the game plan for the Mustangs and the Bulls, because they've been absolutely amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you tuning in for this first half, but don't go anywhere just yet. We'll be back with more MSTV Game of the Week after this break.
Film on these games, they were finding holes, they were getting the runners on, and they were scoring the runners. So if you stick to that plan, should be able to get some damage done.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to MSTV Game of the Week. We are in the home of the Bulls, Parrish Community High School, as they take on the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs. I am the play-by-play extraordinaire, the voice of Mansoda, Frederick Stewart, and I am still joined by the legendary Mr. Renan Stewart. No relation. We're in here as the score is 43-16. Bulls up by a very wide margin. Hopefully after this break here, the Mustangs are able to do something.
Yeah, the Mustangs, I don't know what the coach must have said, but I feel like if I was the coach, I'd been like, don't think about the score. Don't think about the score, play good ball. You gotta make sure good defense, good offense, a mix of everything. Like, we can't allow our small mistakes to cost us this game.
Very much so. Those are wise words spoken by Mr. Renner, as we have Mr. Chris Roberts passing it to his brother Evan Roberts, the senior. Again, it's just crazy. Evan Roberts 6'2", Chris Roberts only a sophomore 6'3". Tristan pass coming out the gate hot with a slam.
Bringing down the house. Now,
Richmond gonna go, they're gonna call that an offensive foul on number 12, Falsgraf. And that's gonna get the ball swing the other way. Let's check the replay on that. I really wasn't looking great in between assists right there. Pass from Davis and Parrish slamming it down. Back the other way, pulls up the shot. Money is Browner from beyond the arc.
this is beautiful basketball here by the Bulls, starting this third quarter off.
A nice inside flicker. The Falsgraf, he's just not able to finish. They're gonna swing it over to Tristan. Tristan's gonna get caught up there. They're gonna call it for the Bulls. Last touch by the Mustangs. And Roberts is gonna be the one to inbound here. Gonna give it to his brother Chris. Chris guarded closely, swings it over to the top to Browner. Browner's gonna give it to Tristan. He's gonna pop it from the corner. He's gonna drop it like it's hot. Three ball goes in, cash money. Richmond back up the other way. Dancing, uses a screen. Gets swarmed, they're firing on him. The Bulls using the same defensive game plan as earlier. What they're doing is they're letting them cross that half line, because guess what? When they get them trapped in that corner, they have the help of two extra defenders. They have the out of bounds and they have the half court, as if they were to go back either way, that would be a turnover. Back the other way for the Mustangs. They're gonna fire on him in the corner. He's gonna get it out of the way to Richmond. Richmond's gonna get caught out, gonna drop it to the big man down low. Gillespie gonna kick it out to the wide open shooter, McNichols. Not able to drop it. Back the other way for Browner. He's looking, open space, gives it to Chris Roberts. Roberts fakes the pump. Back to Browner, he's open. Doesn't make him pay this time. Great rebound from Davis. Roberts trapped in the corner, Davis trapped in the corner. Roberts is gonna be at top of the key to slow it down. Getting pressed defensively, goes behind the back. Shows a little bit of that Paul George right there. And all the way off the glass is a miss from Davis.
That was great defensive there to be able to stop that great momentum that the Bulls had by Lakewood. They could be able to stop that.
Good shot from the big man, doesn't get the bounce. Ball snatched away by Evan Roberts down the court. Gonna find Tristan, who's gonna get a foul there. Looked like he was almost trying to go up and under.
And I would like to go back to what you're talking about, the defense. And what I've been noticing is that they've been playing at least two men on each of the player who has the ball, which allows for Lakewood Ranch to have the open three in the corner. And it's just been, even then, it's just been great defense there by the Bulls.
Yeah, it's been good defense. They've been great on recovery. Even when they do get a pass that beats them, Lakewood Ranch not able to make them pay. And the Bulls great at recovering towards the shooter. Chris Roberts gonna hop step, gonna give it to Evan Roberts. He's deep, way beyond the arc. Doesn't get it to go there. They're gonna fight for it at the bottom. And some pushing and shoving going on. Back the other way for the Mustangs. Fallsgraf gonna stop himself and get the easy bucket from the mid-range.
Great layup there by the Mustangs. Hopefully, let's hope this is some momentum for them to get back into this game.
Chris Roberts gonna swing it over to Browner, who's wide open cross court. Misses that one, gonna be picked up by Evan Roberts on the rebound. Back to Chris. Chris is looking, jumps inside, slips a little bit, able to get it out of his hands without traveling. And Roberts gonna attack the inside, tries to drop in the pass to Kendall Davis.
I see. This is just textbook great basketball here by the Bulls. Just playing basketball. No, they are knowing what their opponents are doing, and they are just taking advantage of every little mistake, every little slip up the Mustangs have been doing, and it's been costing the Mustangs.
Costing them dearly, as we see wide open is Kendall Davis to the basket. Easy lay off the backboard. Back up the other way. Shaden Richmond gonna swing it over to the corner, just gonna pop it. Fry misses, rebound, touched, not able to be saved. And so the Mustangs are going to be able to get the ball back. Quick shout out we like to give to the amazing helpers who bring you MSTV. We want to shout out on the right floor camera, Brooklyn, one of the MSTV veterans here. She's absolutely amazing. We'll probably get a cut to her. There she is. She's giving you those amazing under the basket shots, doing a great job standing like a statue. Stone hands Brooklyn, they call her, the way she keeps the camera so steady.
She is locked in for this game.
Just like Fallsgraf, able to drop that one in from the corner.
Fallsgraf's been a bright spot for this Lakewood Ranch team for this entire game.
He's been the heartbeat of their offense and been great on defense as well, only having a few turnovers. Kick ball violation on the big man, Galevsky. Another great shout out on the left floor camera over there in the green shirt, Samantha giving you the other side of the basket. As you can see, she's waving. She knows it's her camera time. She's doing an absolute phenomenal job here, as we are, you know, so gracious and so glad to have her holding this thing down here at MSTV. Right now, we're going to a timeout. What are you seeing out there, Renan?
I'm going to say I've just been seeing dominance by this Bulls team. It's just, this is, as of right now, this is a blowout. And there's no really beating around the bush. And Lakewood Ranch, the Mustangs, this is really just a learning experience. This is like learn on how to minimize errors, because the Bulls have been taking their errors and just punishing them. And even when the Mustangs get that open three, it's just like they miss it. And they're not able to punish the Bulls back in the spots where they could. And it's just been the Bulls have been being able to take that to their advantage.
You're absolutely right. Definitely been big capitalization from the Bulls as they sub in the second squad here, taking out all of the starters. Back up the other way. Good rebound and finish by Judah Enzo. Gets the crowd alive there and gets him hyped up.
The bench is hyped for the Bulls.
Mustangs are looking for a miracle, getting crowded there. The big man gonna swing it back to Richmond. Richmond gonna give it to the corner to Fry. Fry's getting trapped, swings it to the big man. He's gonna pop it from beyond the free throw. Gets the shooter's bounce, it falls in. 2 points for him.
That's what the Mustangs, that's what they need to keep doing here if they want to get back into this game.
Russell back at the top. Gonna swing it over to Shelton. Shelton back to him. He's telling him to get it to the other side to Drayton.
Almost stolen there.
Drayton gets it. He's open. He kicks it to Drayton. Drayton on the inside. Hollow sidestep. That ball's gonna get rebounded there. And one play by Landon Shelton, crashing the boards.
And this Bulls team and these fans are hyped as of right now. As the Bulls go on for their free throws. This is some of the best basketball I've seen in any high school basketball game. So this is probably the best game I've seen the Bulls play all season. minimizing errors and maximizing offense.
Coming back down the court here, we are in the time run rule, so you may have noticed that time was still running on that free throw as the Mustangs have subbed in a bunch of new faces here. That one's going to scrape off the hands there to the corner. Going to be shot by Camden Gilhay. Back the other way, Russell is dancing. Looking, drops it off to Drayton. Drayton gives it to the corner. Drayton again. Russell at the top. He's going to bobble it a little bit. Not able to finish, swarmed by defenders. The Mustangs back the other way. And that is going to be the end of the third quarter here. Third quarter score check, Bulls 58, Mustangs 23. And again, we want to give an amazing shout out to some of the amazing people who helped bring this to us. Up at top, we have the lovely Caroline helping us out today as she's on camera. She's so locked in right now. She's not even, oh, there she is. She gives it a wave. And there's Caroline, who's helping bring us those side shots there, doing a phenomenal job. And we want to give a big shout out to my man, Ollie. As you can see him, he's looking, gives us a nice little wave. Ollie doing his thing up here, giving you guys some of this amazing MSTV view. And if you don't know, well, you probably know if you're watching this, but please share the live stream with your friends. This is an amazing program that not only empowers, young professionals to learn not only something that is fun to do, but a skill and a trade that they can take for the rest of their life. So we really appreciate MSTV for allowing us to be able to empower the next generation.
I met a lot of new people doing this. That includes you. I met you.
I'm here. I lost my hair doing this, but we can't have everything in life. Back to the game, start of the fourth, 58-23. The Bulls have a very high uphill battle, down 35 at this point. And they're the other way. Both teams have subbed out their starters here. That one's gonna go, doesn't go all the way back behind. Bauer gonna swing it over to Fry. Fry pops it. Fry is the only starter left right now. They're gonna drop it on the inside. They're gonna get tangled up and stolen away there by Drayton. Drayton down the hall to Drayton again. Wow. Look to get up, got fouled.
If I'm the Mustangs as of right now, if I'm the coach for the Mustangs, I'm just telling my players, let's try something. Let's try some new things. Let's try some things that we wouldn't normally do in a game, since we're not really in contention for this game right now. Let's try things that if we can use in the future to see how does this work, and how can we use this new tactic that we've learned this time from this and use it and incorporate it into our future.
Well said. Well said. Drayton at the line. Shoots, misses the second one. Going to be rebounded by the Mustangs. No contention for the rebound. You saw Coach Andre drop all his starters back. Great bucket there from Jackson Bauer from beyond the arc. Drayton coming down court, going to drop it off. Nice move, sweep to the inside. Doesn't get the finish, goes up a little too strong. Judah Edzo off the glass there. That one's going to be stolen away. Drayton up top, gets the airplane pass, swings it back. Got by Judah. Judah's going to go, gets the foul call.
I really think the way these Bulls are playing, they want to see a nasty dunk.
The Bulls are definitely very athletic. They wanted to see something from Drayton there, not able to get it, but able to do a great hustle play, swings it back to Judah. Judah gets on the inside, gets his arm smacked, and that's going to send him to the charity stripe. Shoots the first one, misses. And you can see the Bulls not really looking to have contention for any fouls or rebounds. They've pulled all their players to the back, not even filling the box. Back the other way for the Mustangs. They come down swinging it to Sandley. Sandley's going to get it stolen away by Drayton. We may see something big. Oh, he falls over. Trips and falls.
Able to get up there.
And they're not going to call a foul. Coach Andre and Coach Nav in contention for that one. It looked like he just fell to me. It didn't look like he got touched.
And I would like to give a shout out to Coach Andre. He's been just, it's like almost he's a player out on that court right now. He's been yelling at his guys, trying to get them to make sure he's doing all the right things.
Great hit right there from the Mustangs, Patrick Johnston. Able to find the basket there and absolutely gets tackled there by Patrick Johnston. And we want to see what this Mustang team is going to do as we continue to go down the stretch here. Drayton gonna find himself hop-stepping up and under. Jelly! Big lay right there. I love to see it. The footwork was there. He was dancing and got all the way to the basket for the amazing finish. And that one goes out of bounds towards our camera girl. And we have the replay here.
An incredible play here. Great drive to the basket and great way to finish it. It was a beautiful play all the way through.
Just nasty. And gets, he got fouled from behind, I believe. And then be shooting at the line. While we take a break here, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to shout out another amazing student who helps bring you this MSTV broadcast, Mr. Landon in the truck. Hey, you got a lot of people there, a lot of fresh new faces. Landon, we have Carl, the mastermind, and the Navy shirt just waved at the camera. We got Landon in the back there, and we have a new member of our team, Jade, who's joining us tonight. An absolute pleasure to continue to bring in new fresh faces. It's almost like college. We got to recruit every year. No free throws to go. Back the other way for the Mustangs. 3 minutes and counting down now. Mustangs have it on the wing. Triple threat size up from Bauer. Bauer's going to take it off the dribble himself. Going to swing it over to Camden. Camden's going to give it to Sandley. Sandley's just going to pop the midi. Doesn't make it. Drayton is going to go back the other way. Christian Drayton kicks it. Deep three from Shelton. Shelton's not going to find the mark. Mustangs back the other way. Nice smooth bucket there from Mr. Camden. Back the other way for Drayton. Going to roll off the ground there. Loses control. Judah going to look for the inside. Gets absolutely pushed there by Patrick Johnston.
This is just a tough. He's been even everywhere. It's been a tough pill to swallow for Lakewood Ranch here. They came into this game the underdogs, and Parrish just came in here trying to prove themselves to know that they're number one. And it looks like Parrish is going to come out and they're going to defend their home turf, and stay that top spot in their district.
Definitely a tough-fought battle here, but the Mustangs are still fighting the run rule right now, bringing the clock in even closer. 1:30 left. A big pull-up there from Sandley. Misses. Doesn't get the rebound. Drayton back down the court. Ashton Drayton flips it over to Judah. He's going to go all the way. Takes the shot. Gets the Going to kick it out to Shelton from behind the arc. Doesn't go. Rebounded by the Mustangs back the other way. Going to get that one quick. Going to be tapped out of bounds by the Bulls. Clock still counting down, coming in on a minute left.
63-31 Bulls. All in perfect game.
Another steal here down the court. Holden Russell lays it, misses. Guarded tightly on that lay. 46 seconds and counting. The Mustangs are looking to score quick, so they get it to the open man in the corner. Busts the tray. Doesn't go. Back the other way. Drayton just going and gets bumped, and the ball stolen.
Nice steal there by Lakewood Ranch to get the ball back the other way. As he drives to the rim, shoots. And it's going to go in. Great play there by the Mustangs.
Great play by number 4, Camden Dilhay. He was absolutely phenomenal there. Great pump fake, rips through, hops through, and finishes at the goal using the backboard. You really can't ask for more. Clock winding down at this point. The game is over. The refs are taking their time to give it to the ball holder. And with that one, ladies and gentlemen, comes the end of this amazing contest. Final score, 63-33. Bulls take this one on the home turf.
That will be the Bulls' record to now 5-1, while the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs are going to struggle back to now 1-5. And this Bulls team is looking fantastic early this season, and we're going to see, can that carry them? Let's see how far this will carry them, as the Mustangs are going to hope to rebound their season and hope to make something.
Definitely so. It was a big-time game for the Bulls. You know, this is what you want to see from your players, from Andre and Nav, you know, and Coach Rodman, but definitely Coach Johnson. You know, you want to see your players come in and dominate when you feel like you're the better team. This is the type of performance that you want. On the other side for the Mustangs, a hard-fought battle. Coach Holb and Coach Knott really fighting hard to try to get this Mustang team in the game. And just this Parrish team is just so talented from up and down and so athletic, so tall, so long. It's hard to really compete with them, especially in their home court with a place like this. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you joining us. I have been the voice of Mansoda, the play-by-play Frederick Stewart, joined by Mr. Renner Stewart himself. A great pleasure to have you here, sir.
Great pleasure to have you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's always a great pleasure to have you here as well. We hope to see you again soon. But until next time, have a great night and drive safe.